Hi, today I will show you how to use ToneNET in order to get the most out of your ToneX plug for free. Enjoy! Okay, to begin with, first thing that you have to do is you need to go to your smartphone and install ToneX Control application. This is basically the best way to control your ToneX plug. Okay, so let's install it, click Open, and you will see something like this. Welcome to ToneX Control, connect, get ToneX plug, or hear demos on ToneNET. And in our case, we need to connect to the ToneX plug. So, to begin with, let's turn on the power. Basically, click the power button here. Okay. As you can see, it's flashing, and it connected automatically because I've already got it paired. In case you've got any problems, head to the manual or to the IK Multimedia official website and check out first steps tutorial. Okay, so once we are in the application and ToneX plug is actually connected to the phone, then we need to head to the menu and then go to Account. And next, if you don't have IK Multimedia account, you need to create a new one. So basically you click Create New Account. But in my case, of course, I've got my own account. Now I only need to give my username, my password, and I will be able to log in into the ToneNET. Okay. Okay, and right now you will see something like this. Got a product, register it with your serial number. And basically we need to put our ToneX plug serial number in here. As you can see, I've already got my own presets in here, but you will see the stock IK Multimedia presets in that section, preset section basically. Okay, so let's now open one of the presets, for example, with Electric Gypsy Rhythm, and let's see if we get any sound. Okay, so I like this preset, so let's go to the editor, and for now I'll turn off the digital delay and plate reverb. So it will sound like this. Okay, great. And now what we need to do is we need to go to the ToneNET tab. And if you're actually connected to the ToneX plug, you should be able to see something like this. So, those are the most popular tones that you'll be able to find on ToneNET. And as you can notice, the top one, most downloaded I like tone, is actually my tone. And it's from my Mayer pack, it's Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. Actually, it's based on Live in LA version, which is pretty crazy for me, but basically this is the first tone that you will see on a ToneNET tab, out of, I think, 40,000 tones. Okay, but let's say you don't want to download this tone, you want to listen to it. So basically you need to move your finger to the right, and now click play. So there's a play button where you can basically listen to it, at least on a phone. There's an info, and there's also a like button and download button. So let's download this tone and let's dial it in, okay? Okay, so right now let's go back to the editor, and as you can notice, I have my Mayer pack tone model installed right here. So if you want, you can basically change all of parameters in here, but most of my ToneX tones are meant to be used flat. Okay, so let's leave it flat. The cabinet is tone model, obviously, and let's add a little bit of plate reverb. Okay, and let's hear what it sounds like right now. Okay, and I also would like to add a little bit more compression, so let's reduce the threshold. Okay, and let's hear what it sounds like with those settings. And basically, if you play along to that live in LA, if you use fourth position of any strat, you should get at least 90% here. Okay, so let's say that you enjoyed this preset, enjoy this tone. So what you can do is you can basically click those three dots and save as. And let's name it John Clean, for example, okay? And save to ToneX Plug or mobile device. And for now, I will save it to mobile device. So right now, this preset is not saved on ToneX Plug because I've got still my electric gypsy tone, but it's saved on mobile device. But you can always go here and type in John, for example, and there's a John Clean. Okay, so let's turn it on. And right now, you should be able to hear this exact tone. And it's great because basically, if you want, you can make variations of this tone. So let's go to the editor. Let's crank the gain. I don't know why, but let's do it. Let's change EQ completely. Let's add, maybe, I don't know. Let's add some digital reverb and maybe the chorus. Whatever, you know? And let's hear what it sounds like right now. Okay, there's no chorus. Let me change it a little bit. Okay. Of course, it sounds nothing like mirror tone, but let's call it clean chorus, okay? Clean chorus. So right now, save to mobile device as well. And take a look. Let's go to our presets and mobile device. There's like a John Clean, of course, and let's find chorus. Clean chorus. Okay. You can also sort all of those presets by date, for example. So you'll be able to see your recently added presets. Okay. So let's go to the very bottom probably. No, it's not working. Why? I have no idea. Oh. Okay, so if we'll sort it by date, it will be in the very bottom. So let's take a listen here. There's like a John Clean. And chorus. If you want to get the instant access to it, you need to do something like this. Save to ToneX Plug. And let's save it to slot, for example, 10C. Okay? So, right now, let's take a look. There are my presets. For example, there's like a Tim Pierce Strat. So, this is a preset that we've already created. But let's say you want to add another preset. For example, let's say that you enjoyed this stock preset, Lone Soldier. No, I don't enjoy it. Okay, but let's say you like this preset. I don't like it, but okay, let's save it to ToneX Plug. And right now we've got this stock IK Multimedia preset here. And let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, let's go to ToneX Plug. Okay, let's go back to the ToneNET and let's go to one of my favorite tones, and it was the most popular tone for a while. It's by Studio Rats, it's Matless Independence, and so right now let's basically download it. Okay, it's done, and let's go to the editor. But you need to be mindful where you're actually downloading it to, so let's go back to the Electric Gypsy preset, because there's like a slight delay and reverb, and let's go back to ToneNET, and now download this one. Okay? No, you need to click it twice, because basically it didn't sync up. Okay, so let's go back here. Absolutely great sound, I really like it. And you can of course mess with it. For example, we can add more delay or something like this, or change the time of plate reverb. And once again, if you want, you can basically save it as, for example, Studio Rats long delay preset or something like this. And of course, you know, probably everyone will be like, go to my presets, buy them, or do something like this. In my case, I don't know, mess with a ToneNET, find the vendors that you like, because you know, everyone has a different taste. But if you enjoy my tones, you can go here and you can type something like this, Galton Studio. And right now we will be able to download all the tones from my ToneNET that I uploaded for free. This is one of my favorite tones that I actually used live quite a lot, and it's based on Team Pure Scratch tone that I actually recreated on my Soldano, but he used a bad cut in original. It's a very good crunch tone for strats and that kind of stuff. Too much delay for sure, so let's reduce it, or maybe turn it off, and let's change the reverb to the room. Okay, so something like this. Okay, let's add a little bit more mix. So you can mess with it, and of course you can save it once again. Let's go further to the modded Marshall, and let me change the guitar. Okay, and let's now head to one of my favorite tones that is actually not super popular. It's actually one of my oldest profiles that I made on Camper years ago. And basically this is the tone that I recreated on every single modeler, because it's probably my favorite lead tone. I've got IRs of this tone, so probably my favorite rhythm and lead tone. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, and let's say that you want to find a certain amp. So let's find Mark II C+. Mark II C+. And let's see if you'll be able to find a tone. Okay. Okay, there's a first bug. I don't know why, but I can't really get out of ToneNET, so it's not working properly. So let's turn off the application and let's turn it on once again. I don't know why it happened, but maybe it's still like in a beta phase or something like this. So let's connect once again. Okay, so let's find Mesa. Any Mesa Boogie amplifier, okay? Let me notice if it's actually working or not. It's not working. So something is messed up with ToneNET, at least for now. I don't know why it happened, but let's do it once again. Sort by name. One more thing. Most of the tones that you can hear on my ToneNET are actually kind of outdated. A lot of them were created when I started out a few years ago. So I'll probably redo them in V2 versions. So if you'd like to get free tones, basically head out to ToneNET, follow me, or follow my YouTube channel. Okay, so once again, it's working finally. So let's go to JCM800 and let's find some JCMs, okay? Okay, here's a JCM800. Okay, so let's turn off the digital delay and let's leave only a plate reverb, so it won't be so dry. Let's go to the... Oh. Okay, here's the first problem. What you can hear now is a direct profile. And actually Sonic Drive Studio is creating great profiles, so you may wonder why it sounds like us. Why? Because you need to use an IR. So let's go to the editor. And since I've got no IRs right now, let's go to VIR. And right now you can basically throw in the cabinets that are available with your ToneX Plug. Okay? PPC, so basically it will be orange probably. You can mess with your microphone positions and that kind of stuff, or basically find a tone that you like here. That's like a greenback probably, rectifier. Greenback. But direct profiles are far from perfect, at least in that application, if you're not used to, using IRs and that kind of stuff. So what I would basically advise you to do is go here to filters and change from amp to amp and cab, or complex rig if you want, but let's go with amp and cab. Okay? So right now you won't hear that fizzy, nasty tone because all the tones that you'll be hearing will have a cabinet included. Okay, I think that sums up the first part of this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you like my tones, check out my dedicated packs for ToneX Plug, packs for ToneX, for other devices, and I'll see you quite soon in the next tutorial. Bye!